to another episode of Better with Talha. This is our 4th episode in, and I have the privilege today to have Mr. David Hernandez with me. You have nicknames like Big Wave Dave.
Big Wave Dave.
The nickname I gave you, which is the Godfather.
But I'm not that old, but yeah.
But I mean, how long have you been here?
For over 13 years now.
13 years.
Yes, September 2006. That's when I started.
13 years. That's a long time, sir.
Well, when the company treats you well, if it's not broken, why fix it?
Now, before 13 years ago, I mean, if you can remember back that
Yes.
long.
I was young back then.
Yeah. What did you do there? What did you do before this?
Was in the restaurant business.
Okay.
I co-owner with a couple of other guys, and we had at one point we had 3 restaurants.
Okay.
Yeah, Italian restaurants.
That's your specialty.
Well, no, I know what you're thinking. Hernandez, Italian, nothing Italian about that, but hey, welcome to America.
I'm not judging you on that stuff, okay? Talha doesn't match with anything, so this is great. I'm not going to do that. Now, you decided to leave the business and come over here. What was the reason that you left? What was the reason that brought you here? Let me just change that up.
Out of pure coincidence.
Okay.
Out of pure coincidence. Growing up, the last thing I wanted to do was be in the insurance business. So to answer your question, how did I get here or why did I leave? It was pretty successful. We had a couple of pretty successful restaurants, but I was the first guy in and the last guy out. When money was tight, I was the last guy to get paid.
Okay.
All right, so and then the second thing, my wife was pregnant up to here.
Okay.
And I knew that when my baby was born, I wanted to be there for every single moment.
Got it.
And I knew being in the restaurant business, you're there weekends. Like I said, first guy in, first guy out. Sometimes I would go in at 6, wouldn't come home till 11.
Okay.
And my day off was Monday morning.
Monday morning.
I know. How exciting was my life?
I mean, if you were daytime TV now is good. You could watch Ellen, Michael. There's a lot of good things going on. But probably 13 years ago.
But you have no one to hang out with.
Yeah, no, everyone's at work.
Everyone's at work.
Well, I mean, I know Dave now for 3 years, so I know him as well as I'm going to know him. And I think we have some similarities. I mean, that was one of the biggest things for me. My family's very important. And from that question, it seems like your family's very important to you.
Yes, that's one thing I don't sacrifice.
Yeah.
I'll sacrifice everything else, but my family.
Okay.
That's one thing I don't, that's a non-negotiable.
There had to be some hesitation, though. Taking off this opportunity.
Well, I remember the conversation I had with my wife when I went for an interview, and I said, honey, I found a job. She said, great. What is it? It's an insurance business. It's a great company. It's a big company. She goes, oh, it's a big company. How much do they pay? I said, 100% commission. What about benefits? They're on my own. So why are we getting into this? And, they said, I can make a lot of money. That's what they say, I can make a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
And I could provide, for you. And I only had one kid back then. And she said, go for it. So.
She supported you?
Since day one.
From day one?
Since day one.
So
she never questioned.
So there was a little bit of hesitation from
me personally, because I knew 2 things about the insurance business. I share the story all the time. I knew that I got insurance through my wife.
Okay.
And the second thing I knew is I paid $5 to go see my doctor. Those are the only 2 things I knew about the insurance business.
That's it.
So I knew 0 about the insurance business. And I jumped right in.
And you jumped in.
Mm-hmm.
Now 13 years in.
Yes.
I don't think you can do anything for 13 years without being successful, Mr. Dave Hernandez.
Well, let's get something straight, Talha. Mr. Dave Hernandez is my dad.
Okay.
I'm just David.
Well, I mean, if you guys can't tell, I'm superiorly younger than Dave Hernandez. So I just want to put that out there. This is for the fans. This is not for you. You look better, though. I have a more stressful job than you do. I think that's what I need to do.
Well, you still have a full set of hair and I don't. So
I mean, your hair looks better. I have whites. So the next question I want to ask you is hesitation, but you did it 13 years. Give me not 2 advice. Give me 1 advice that the people that are applying for jobs right now, looking at our website, right? What is the one thing that you think made you so successful for 13 years and the one thing you look for in a superstar?
Well, that's a tough question.
I know.
So many variables.
I mean, I didn't prepare you for it because
No.
we want raw, right? Real
So,
action here.
If I could give advice to brand new person who's starting this, I would tell them go in 100%. This is plan A, and then plan B is there's no plan B. This is plan A, number one. And then I know you asked for one thing, but I'll give you a couple of. And then the second thing is hang out or stick to the people that are successful.
Okay.
So I remember my dad told me that if you want to be successful in life, talk to the people that are successful and hang out with them. And yeah, that's the advice I would give them.
Now, I'll tell you, I'm not originally from California. I'm from Texas, Houston, Texas. It was a tough loss for us. But, you know, when I got here, my first thing I did was I called you and I asked you. And I said, look, I'm taking off this. What advice do you have? I think that is a great advice because, you know, you've been doing this for 13 years. Most of the people that are going to come on this show and talk you have somehow mentored them along the way. They've been on your team. They got promoted. So I really appreciate you coming here today, you know, putting your knowledge, 13 years of knowledge, right? So this is the favorite part of the show. We're going to go rapid fire questions. Okay.
All right.
Number one, favorite Dodger.
Or Hershiser.
Okay. Number two, LAFC or LA Galaxy.
Oh, come on, man. Is that even a question? LAFC.
Okay. I mean, there's a lot of people that are watching that would disagree with you because, you know,
Well, opinions vary.
Zlatan is
He's no longer here.
he's a big aura, as he likes to say. Favorite show?
Currently, right now?
Yeah.
New Amsterdam.
It's a good show. You got me watching
Yeah.
it. I watched it. Okay. If there's one show you want to give everybody to watch on Netflix, because, you know, that's a new thing for the new kids, Netflix.
Let me stop you right there.
Okay.
I don't have Netflix.
Okay. 13 years.
Can't
Okay.
Can't afford it. It's not in the budget.
So, listen, thank you for showing up.
Thank
I know
you.
you're on a tight schedule. I know he's going to run off the stage and he has to go do what he has to do. Like he said, he doesn't sacrifice his family. He's going to go, you know, coach your daughter.
Yes, my daughters, actually all three of them play sports. They play soccer, and I have the privilege of coaching all three of them.
And you coach my daughter too. So
At
it
one
works
point.
out. There you go. So Dave's going to get out of here. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in this week with Better with Talha. It was a pleasure having Dave Hernandez here. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week. And by the way, check out the website, www.betterwithtalha.com. Have a great day. Talk to you next week.